Hi everyone, I am Priyanka Jain. I am a verified educator at the Unacademy Plus platform, and there is a big news for all of you. We are starting a course, a theory course for the inorganic chemistry for the CSIR NET as well as GATE exams, for both the exams. This will be, and here we will cover unit 1st, unit 2nd and unit 3rd. In unit 1st you will see whole the periodic trends, whole the properties. In unit 2nd you will see whole about the bonding in the homo and heteronuclear molecules. Whatever you need you will see here with the questions. Okay, and in the 3rd unit you will see acid and bases and non-aqueous solvents. All the things will be cleared here, and there will also be doubt session, and this course will be in Hindi, and the course is starting from 11th of October. Okay, so if you want to see this course, what you have to do, you have to subscribe the Unacademy platform, and then you have to click on my code. My code is Priyanka Jain 10, Priyanka Jain 10. Okay, if you are clicking on my code you will get a 10% discount on the subscription. And here is a special thing for you. In the special classes you have an opportunity to raise the hands. By raising your hand you can clear your doubts in the live session. So subscribe the Unacademy. Hi students, welcome in chemistry classes. I am Priyanka Jain and we are studying stereochemistry. In our last lecture we have seen the different conformations of cyclohexane. Now there is one more important thing, very important thing. We have to see the substitution in the cyclohexane. At which position we have to put the substitution. Okay, this is a very important question that is asked every year in the question paper. So you should know about this. Okay, so firstly we will understand what is the monosubstituted cyclohexane, how the conformation will look like. Okay, so for this we should see the monosubstituted cyclohexane. Whenever the hydrogen, okay, we have seen the hydrogens, two hydrogens are attached to each carbon atom. Okay, if suppose one of the hydrogen is replaced by CH3 group, okay, we are replacing this hydrogen by this CH3 group, then what will happen? There will be a steric crowding. This is a small molecule and this is a large molecule. Okay, this will require a larger space. Okay, so there will be a steric crowding in the molecule. Okay, so there are two conditions. Okay, whenever we see, there is one is the axial position and another is the equatorial position. Okay, at each carbon atom. So there are two probabilities that this CH3 is either present at axial position or it may be present at the equatorial position. Okay, this may happen, right? So suppose in one cyclohexane it is present in the axial position, then we know that the chair forms are mirror images of each other. So there are two chair forms. If in one it is present at the axial position, then in the another form it will be present at the equatorial position. But actually what happens, the equatorial form is more stable as compared to the axial form. So the modest amount of the cyclohexane exist with the conformation in which the CH3 is present at the equatorial position. It means this position is preferable. So why this happens? Why this is more preferable? For this you should see this. See here, I am giving you the reason for this. See here, this is one form of the cyclohexane. Okay, and another one will be like this, in this way. Okay, so see here, if here this CH3 is present at this position, this is called the equatorial position. Okay, here the methyl group is present at the equatorial position and this can change to this position. Here the methyl group will be present at the axial position. Okay, but this is less stable and this is more stable. And why it is more stable? There is a reason behind it. Actually, what is the reason? This can also be written in this manner. We can write this form in this manner. This is present at the axial position. Okay, so I am making here at the axial position. This is the methyl group. Okay, so see here, there are three hydrogens attached to this. Okay, this will be looking like this, right? And if you are looking at the hydrogens at the C5 position, at the C3 position, this is the C3 position and this is C5 position, there are two axial hydrogens present. This is the axial hydrogen present at this position. Okay, and there will be one hydrogen at this position. These are the axial hydrogens. Okay, so now there can be an interaction between this and this. Okay, there will be an interaction. So this is if this is the first position, then 1 2 3 1 2 3, this is called the 1,3 diaxial interaction. What we will call it? 1,3 diaxial interaction. And due to this diaxial interaction, this molecule will have higher energy. Actually, if we understand this 1,3 diaxial interaction, this is equivalent to the Gauche-Butane interaction. You have somewhere seen about this Gauche-Butane interaction. Listen about it. There are questions about this also. What is Gauche-Butane interaction? Actually, you have seen the Gauche form of the butane. You have seen in that form, if you have seen my previous lecture, in that we have seen that in this way, the butane molecule, in this way it is present. Okay, at this position, if CH3 is present, okay, or hydrogen is present, then what happens? There is an interaction between this. Okay, there is interaction between them. So due to this interaction, this is called the Gauche-Butane interaction. So there is a similar type of interaction here, 1,3 diaxial interaction. In this case, there is only one interaction. So there is an energy of 0.9 kilocalorie per mole. But in this case, in the case of cyclohexane, there are two such type of interaction. One is this, another one is this. So we can multiply it by 2. It means there is 1.8 kilocalorie per mole extra energy in this form as compared to this form. It means this is having the higher energy, 1.8 kilocalorie per mole higher energy than this form. So whenever energy is less, conformation is more stable. So this conformation is more stable as compared to this. Okay, so whole thing I think about the 1,3 diaxial interaction will be now clear. Okay, now we have to see the condition when we are studying about the di-substituted cyclohexane. It means two substituents are present on the cyclohexane. So two substituents whenever are present, there may be two conditions. One condition is called cis, another one will be trans. It means there can exist two isomers, cis and trans, and that will be different, and that depends upon the position of the substituents. So firstly look at whenever the position is 1 2. It means whenever the cyclohexane is 1 2 di-substituted. Okay, in this case, firstly you should remember one thing. The cis isomer is one in which both the substituents are, one is A, another is E. It means if the two substituent, one is axial and another one is equatorial, or one is equatorial and another one is axial. Okay, in that condition the compound will be called cis isomer. And trans isomer is one in which either both are equatorial or both are axial. Okay, so now we can understand how this can happen. Okay, so if we simply make in this is called the, if both our methyl groups are present like this is called cis isomer, right? Now if we are making it in the chair form, then how we will make it? We will make it in this manner. Okay, in this manner we will make it, and this is one position, this is two position. Okay, this is two position, you can understand. Okay, so at this position, if this methyl group is equatorial, then at this position this will be axial, and axial is here. Okay, so this should be present in this manner. Or if we are making its mirror image like this. Okay, so if this is one position and this is two position, at this position if you are making the axial methyl group, then here you will make the equatorial. Okay, in this manner, right? In this manner you have to make. So this is called the cis isomer. This is called 1E, 2A, and this will be called 1A and 2E. Okay, this is ring flipping, right? Now understand the trans isomer. In trans isomer, what happens generally? We know if one methyl group is present in this side, then another will be present at this side. This is called the trans. This is the definition of trans form. Okay, but in the chair form, what you have to do? You have to see either both are present at the equatorial position or both are present at the axial position. Okay, so if you are making this, then this will look like this. Okay, you are making in this manner. So if this is present at this position, this is the equatorial position, then this also be present at the equatorial position, right? Or if we are making the ring flipping, then we will make in this manner. Okay, so now if here this is present at the axial position, these are both equatorial, one equatorial, two equatorial. Okay, and here one axial and at the two also axial. So this methyl group will be present at this position. Now the question is this: which out of these conformations is the most stable? And this is the question that is asked in the question papers. So if you look at this, this is one equatorial, two equatorial, both the methyl groups are at the equatorial position. And if we are making this, this can also be made in this manner. If we are making it, it can be written in this manner. This is one methyl group and this is the another methyl group. Okay, so this will be called the most stable conformation. Okay, so what is the most stable conformation in 1,2 direction? Whenever 1e 2e transform is present, this is called the most stable conformation. Okay, okay, now we will see 1,3 disubstituted cyclohexane, or we can say 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane. In this case, the condition is that cis form will be one in which either both are equatorial or both are axial. Okay, and trans form will be one in which either both are A and E or E or A. Okay, it means if one is A, then another one is equatorial. If one is equatorial, then another one is axial. Okay, this is the condition. So firstly see for the cis form. In cis form, if we are looking at this, the normal structure in which this is the 1 position and at the 3 position, the methyl will be like this. Okay, if we are making it in the chair form, then you have to make in this manner. Okay, so this is the 1 position. At 1 position, if the methyl group is present here, then at this 3 position the methyl will be equatorial, both are equatorial. Okay, and if we are making it in the another form, then if the methyl group is present at this position axial, okay, then here this also be axial. Okay, in this manner, right? Similarly, if we are seeing the trans form, transform means if one methyl is present in this manner, then the second will be present in this manner, right? And if we are making it in the chair form, then you should make it in this manner. If this is present at the equatorial position, then here this will be present at axial position. Okay, this you can call 1e and 3a. Okay, this is you call 1e and 3e, and this you will call 1a and 3a. Okay, similarly you can make here. Now what you have to do? Here you are making the axial, then 2 3 position you will make again the, what is this? This is called the equatorial. Okay, so you will call it 1 axial and 3 equatorial. Now you have to find out which one is the most stable. Okay, so most stable will be this one. This is called the most stable. Why? Because both the methyl groups are here equatorial, right? Okay, now we will see 1,4 disubstituted cyclohexane, and we are seeing the case of 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. Okay, so when we are seeing the cis form, right, when we are seeing the cis form, the condition is same as it in the case of 1,2 dimethyl. It means cis is one in which one is axial and other one is equatorial, and transform is one in which both are either equatorial or both are axial. Okay, so firstly look at the cis form. In cis form, what you have to do, if this methyl is here, then 1, 2, 3 and 4 position, here this will be in this manner. Okay, and if we are making its chair form, then it will be in this manner. Okay, this is the one position, right? So at this position, if the methyl group is equatorial, then 1, 2, 3 and 4 position, at this position methyl group will be axial. Okay, so we will call it 1 equatorial and 4 axial. Okay, and if we are making its mirror image, then here at this position methyl group will be axial. Okay, and at this position the methyl group will be equatorial in this manner, right? So this will be called 1 axial, 4 equatorial. Okay, now see the transform. Transform is one in which both the methyl groups are at opposite side in this manner. Okay, and if we are looking it in the form of the chair form, then this will be here. What you have to do, either you have to make both the methyl groups at the equatorial side in this manner, right, or you have to make both at the axial side. It means if this is axial, then at this position this also will be axial. So this is called equatorial equatorial and this is called axial axial. Okay, so now you have to find out which one is the most stable conformation. So again, this is equatorial equatorial, so this will be the most stable conformation, right? So till now we have seen all the cases of the methyl group. Okay, but whenever different substituents are present, then the condition may also be different. For example, if we see the 1,4-dibromocyclohexane, in this case trans axial axial conformation is the most stable conformation, and this is due to the dipole-Gauche interaction. In this form there is dipole-Gauche interaction, so this form is more stable. Okay, so this you will have to remember. Okay, similarly in the case of 1,2-dihalo, this may be dichloro, dibromo, etc., dihalocyclohexane, in this case the antiform, it means AA form, is more stable. Why this is more stable? Here this is again due to the Gauche interaction. Actually there is Gauche interaction in the EE form. It means where the both are equatorial, in that form there is Gauche interaction, so this get destabilized. Okay, so here the AA form is more stable, right? Similarly, if you are seeing the cis 2-methyl cyclohexanol, now there are two groups present, one is the methyl group and another group is the OH group. Okay, so out of these two groups, the methyl group will always be present at the equatorial position because it is large in size, and OH group will be present at the axial position in the stable conformation. Okay, similarly if we are seeing the 1,4-diols, 1,4-diols, it means 1,4-cyclohexane diol, where both the OH groups are present. In this form actually there is hydrogen bonding. So hydrogen bonding will be best when we are seeing the boat conformation. See, this is the boat conformation. Okay, and this is the 1 position and this is the 4 position. Okay, so at this position if the OH groups are present, right, here the OH group is present and here this is the OH group, so there will be a hydrogen bonding between them. So actually what happens in the case of 1,4-cyclohexane diol, the boat form prefers over the chair form. So these are some exceptions, and all about the cyclohexanes I have told you, whatever you need. Okay, in our next video we will see various questions, how many types of questions are asked from the conformation. Okay, so stay with us. Thank you.